A big problem I have with organized religion is that there's a bunch of people there gathered with their beliefs, and it's okay that they have those beliefs, but the thing is, they're all gathered there together, and who are they listening to? They're listening to a person. It's a human being that's telling them, interpreting beliefs for them, interpreting scripture or whatever. They're not doing this on their own for the most part. They're listening to a person tell them what the religion is, basically, instead of allowing themselves to come to their own conclusions. Well, most of them. This is a problem because I've seen preachers and pastors, etc., go on preaching, and what they're preaching isn't even necessarily related to the religion, or not directly related to the religion. The other day I was watching Joel Osteen, and I know he's been criticized about this a lot. He was preaching, but it was just like general advice. It wasn't related, as far as I could tell, to the Bible or Christianity at all. He was just talking about don't let people walk over you and learn when to say no, but still try to help people in general sometimes and stuff, which, okay, yeah, helping people, sure, related to Jesus, all right, but he went on for a while and without mentioning anything about religion. But there's like thousands of people there who are like, wow, yeah, this is Christianity. It's like, well, maybe a little bit of it. Anyway, so I think this is where non-believers, or people who are at least thinking on their own, should separate themselves from organized religion. And I don't think, well, I'm afraid that this isn't always happening, because I'm going to throw out some names, and I have no problem with any of these people, but there are non-religious leaders, or people who are popular within the atheist community, like Aaron Ra, for example, and there's a bunch more, like Dawkins or Sam Harris, or anybody that goes in front of a large group of people and says stuff. So I have a concern that non-believers will fall into the same category as the people that they criticize, because it just seems like whoever's talking, if you already kind of agree with them and you like know something about them, like, yeah, this person's a non-believer and he's about to totally trash the theists. So when they start saying things and you're like, yeah, that's right, that sounds good, you're probably going to be really close to automatically believing them, even if they say something that's stretching the truth. So I want to remind everybody that just because it's somebody who said a lot of smart stuff that you agree with doesn't mean that everything they say is going to be factually correct. You should check facts or research or anything you can on things that anybody says, no matter who it is. If you already think that they're on your side of the spectrum or not, you should try to be as objective as possible, I think. In a lot of non-believers criticize the believers in that they have bias toward their beliefs because they were brought up that way. Well, people can also be brought up as non-believers. So a lot of believers will criticize the atheist side and say, oh, atheism is a religion, and of course the atheist will, by definition, it's not a religion, blah, blah, blah. The semantics doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what technically the word means. What matters is how it makes people act. It doesn't matter what you believe or how your title is defined. I think if you're a believer and you're a nice guy and you're not trying to indoctrinate my children or teach creationism as fact in schools or stuff like that, I don't care. So if both sides are acting the same, then it doesn't really matter. But you have to be careful not to become a sheep while you're looking at the other group and calling them sheep because they believe everything they hear. And this can be a problem with people, of course, because humans are social creatures and we like to gather and talk about stuff. So we can reassure ourselves of things even if we haven't researched them. And I think this is or could become a bigger problem because of the growth in non-believers. And I think in the short run, this would become a bigger problem because there's a lot of non-believers, but there's still also a ton of religious people also. So there's like the reason for non-believers to be active. And this is just me spouting, but I think after that, when there's more non-believers than believers, then it wouldn't be much of a problem anymore because people wouldn't be so active in non-belief because there just wouldn't be any reason to. There wouldn't be any competition or opposition or some huge group trying to make the country into a theocracy or something. I like sweet potato chips. Still looking to get some feedback on my last video. A few people have responded, but I don't know. I'm probably gonna just send an email to some random churches or something soon, just to see what happens. All right, have a good day. Bye.